Oh my god, what are we going to talk about?
Well, just shoot the shit for 5 minutes. Hey, what's up, you guys? So we have just finished our ice cream vlog.
I haven't finished.
And we decided in that one that we're going to talk about dating. I am not particularly good at it.
Neither.
So I guess, yeah, I guess one of the things that everybody would at least have some familiarity with that has been single in the last 2 years would be Tinder. I categorically despise what Tinder does to people. And that's not to say that it doesn't have its place and its use, but I think that the problem with Tinder, and I think that you're going to back me up on this, is that you are by default basing all of your choices on Tinder at a superficial level. Because when you go on Tinder, all you see is a face picture.
Well, it depends whether that person's written information about themselves or not. Like,
But
obviously a
that's
lot of people
subjective
don't.
But that information is subjective to what they want you to think about them. It's not necessarily true.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, I had yoga on mine, and I've been to like 10 yoga classes. Like, I'm a lot more flexible than I used to be, but I put yoga
Yeah,
in
but that's
there.
actually quite a lot. That's actually more than a lot of people who would write that.
I'm pretty flexible now, ladies. Not you.
See, I purposely try to kind of detract from the physical appearance thing. Like, my main photo is one of myself. I was in the middle of a 100k walking race. I was at the top of a...
Do you want to play it down a bit?
Yeah, so at the top of
You're
the
doing
cliff.
the opposite of what most people do.
So I had a hat on, had a cap, no makeup, and I had a big smile, like a big, yeah, here I am, la la la. Whereas I could easily go and put on a full face, bloody mask, photograph that's going to obviously attract probably more people than it would not. But I avoid
You
that.
want to play it down and not look cheap.
And then I've got a full write-up about my life. So it's basically like, if someone doesn't like something...
Can I read it? Can I read it out loud? Where's your phone?
No, you can't! If someone doesn't like something that's written in there, then good riddance, because, that's what I'm about. So,
I'm just going to look up something on the internet. If you haven't...
What are you going to look up on the internet? I probably do have the same thing written.
We were fucking around last night over pizza, and we came across this app called Happen. I actually found it a while ago via a Vice video, and I thought I'd get on there and see what it's about. If you're in Auckland, which we are, and you want Happen, Happn, to work for you, it only works for people that are on Ponsonby Road. That's it. I've never...
I had quite a few last night though when we were down at Wynyard.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Now,
away.
for the first time, Evana, 34, women's lifestyle coach and makeup artist.
See, I haven't got a big write-up on there.
Now less than 250 metres away.
Fancy that.
Oh, that's a very made-up photo.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, it's... Oh, come on now.
What?
It's at the Tattoo Expo, so you can tell that, that I'm into that kind of thing. And that's just a...
That's a normal headshot.
That's a normal headshot. That's backstage at a beauty pageant, so...
Were you in it?
And I was judging it.
So judgmental.
So you kind of have so judgmental. So you kind of get an idea of what I do for a job.
There's no write-up on
No,
here.
there's no write-up on that one.
Huh, your paths crossed at my house.
There is a big write-up. I've used every character in the Tinder one though.
We matched on this last night because we were messing around, and my message was, fuck off, you stole my pizza. Actually, I'll put up a little picture there of the photo of Evana
will you now?
eating my pizza.
In the bar.
In the bath. But anyway, no, I think we're drifting. I think, anyway, bringing it back to the whole Tinder and online dating and stuff like that, I think the significant problem with all of that stuff is it puts everything by default at a very superficial level. So, someone like me with a face for radio is like, what do I put on Tinder about me? Like, I think that I'm obviously hilarious. I've got a really cute ass, but I can't put my ass on Tinder. I could,
So you have to somehow try and get across that personality and that sense of humour in the space of like 500 characters.
But there's no
or
point,
whatever
because half the people on Tinder don't even get... Because if you swipe on Tinder and you don't actually click on it and bring it up, you don't see any of that. It's all down to your profile picture. And like, my profile picture is... it's me. I'll find my Tinder profile picture. It's me. It's a very, very quote-unquote good photo of me.
That's why I have the least made up one, so that if they click like, or they click on it, then they'll
Yeah, I
see the
used to
made up
have-
ones,
I
and
used
then
to-
they'll be pleasantly surprised.
I used to have that, but then I sold out, and then I went with that photo, which is actually a screenshot from when Moppy and I were doing a video in the mini showroom when we were test driving minis.
I mean, the thing is, you say that it is based on superficial, but everything is. I mean,
It isn't,
as
it isn't. I
humans,
mean-
that's what we do. We walk down the street and we look at people. We go to a bar and we look at people. We're always judging what people look like.
Yeah, but I think the difference is as an example, if there was somebody, last night when there were those people that didn't know how to find the fucking, I took them serviettes, and there was a thing of serviettes at the end of the table. That girl thought I was funny, but she didn't think I was pretty, but she thought I was funny. But she didn't know I was funny until I said, like, there's, and I made a joke of it, But do you know what I mean? Like, it's until you get until you actually see the nuance of someone and their interactions with you and the way that they carry themselves, then it's quite hard to judge by purely looking at somebody to know what they're like as a person.
You know, definitely. But then, in saying that as well, I've matched with a couple of the guys that, I looked at their photo and I was like, yeah, maybe, maybe not, whatever. But read their profile and was like, wow, this guy sounds really awesome, really funny.
Yeah, but that could be cut and paste from Reddit.
So, well, the fact that he copy and pasted it and put that much effort into it sounding awesome is probably a good thing.
But then it's equally as fake as somebody who's
But then,
photoshopped their
we've had a
profile
conversation since then.
Yeah.
And so it's, that personality is coming across. And so the more talking to them, the more you're getting to know them and getting to like them as a person. And I actually don't give a shit now what they look like. So...
Okay.
I'm sure there are a lot of people, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say probably particularly guys that just swipe. But I think, as a female, myself anyway, speaking for myself, I think we take a bit more time to really look through all the photos.
Oh, I do.
And to read what they've written as well.
My Tindering is like, I'll go on and I'll be like, no, I'm not interested in you at all, I won't even go any deeper. Or I'll look and I'll go, yeah, like, you seem cool, click on it, and then go, like, okay, well, actually, like, maybe you don't seem as cool as you were, or whatever. Or, like, we should get married, and, like, I'll send you a super like,
I haven't thrown a super like out yet.
Haven't you? Oh, because this is a stupid thing about
I probably
Tinder.
should, but I actually don't want to come across as extra despy.
Desperate?
Yeah.
Desperado?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm
be like, oh my god, this girl wants me real bad. I don't want him to get a
super
big
like.
head.
I got sent a super like, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. Like, it's the best thing ever. Like, Tinder fucking rocks. And I clicked on it, and then there was nobody there. They obviously, like, saw me, and then, like, changed their fucking mind.
I've had that before as well, though. So, I've obviously, I think this is what guys quite often do. Swipe yes to everybody. Yes, in the hopes that, they'll match. And then when they match, they then go into the girl's profile and look through the photos and read the bio.
Yeah, but Tinder changed their matrix on that now, because it used to be on Tinder that you could just sit there and just say yes to everybody. Now you only get a certain amount of likes per day, or per 12-hour period. But I actually did find a hack for Tinder, because I got sick of it, and then I reinstalled it, and then, like, a couple of weeks later, because I was, like, needy. And and I reinstalled it, and I found out that if when you reinstall your Tinder, this is a pro tip for guys, if you just smash like yes as soon as you reinstall it, it'll just keep going. So just max everything out, just smash yes.
We're trying to get them away from doing that. Please
I'm
take the time.
I'm not advocating Tinder at all.
Yeah, please take the time to look at the photos and read the girl's profile.
Yeah, but the problem is, as you say, and this is okay, as from a guy's point of view, this is what pisses me off. Is if you're on something like Tinder or a dating website or whatever, and like, let's say dating website particularly because it's more relevant, is that you might see someone and you go, oh, like, you read their profile, think they're really cool, whatever. So you sit down and you write them a nice long message, hey, like, seem really interesting, blah, 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 like, we have a common interest here, or, like, I want to tank punch your fat box, like, whatever it is, you'll find something about that person to talk about. Is that too far? Too far for a first message. Anyway, my point being is that you'll go into all of that effort and get ignored, and then you think, oh shit, then you find somebody else, you do it again and get
what do you
ignored.
mean? Do you mean if you've matched with them already, or just
no,
a random person?
No, just like if you're first contact,
yeah.
Or even if it's Tinder and you match with them and you send them a hey, how are you?
If we've matched, I will always reply to every match. I do wait for them to message me first, however.
Why?
I'm quite old-fashioned in the fact that I like I think because in my job, in my personal life, I am always in charge and in control, and so in my relationship life, I like the guy to take charge, and I want to know that a
There
guy
you go, dudes. If you're
has
into
the
tying up a girl,
balls
give
to
Evana a
message
ring.
me.
I'll put his phone number down here.
No, but message first. 'Cause I like that. It
Yeah,
goes
I'm
to show
quite
that he's
old-fashioned
like,
like that.
yes, I'm going to message because I like that girl and I want her and I want to speak to her.
Yeah, but see, the problem is, from my point of view, is if I message someone that I match and then they just completely ignore me, like, I'm not going to go. I won't go for too much effort at first, purely because, like, you know, say that you get 10 matches on Tinder and you send them all like, oh hey, I read your profile, thought you were really cool, blah blah blah, and you send them all like a really like personal, deep, thoughtful message, and then one of them will reply. Well, then those other 9 people, like, that's why it turns into, instead of actually turning into, hey, you're interesting, like, let's talk, let's go out, it just turns into a game of percentages. That's all it turns into, very, very
Well,
quickly.
I mean, I think it's stupid. If you match with someone, you obviously like something about each other. Why not message, like, and reply? Like, it's just strange to me. So
Yeah.
if I've matched with someone, I will always reply if they've messaged.
Yeah, well, I mean, I matched with this girl the other day. I mean, she seemed nice, is redhead, big boobs, quite pretty, and like straight away sent her a hey, how are you? And then like 3 weeks later, which was actually like a couple of days ago, she sends me something about like, have you got drugs? And I'm like, no. And that was it. And then she unmatched me like straight away.
Wow.
It took you 3 weeks to ask me if I want drugs?
I wouldn't even I don't even keep someone on my profile for 3 weeks if they haven't messaged. I give you 4 days tops.
4 days.
Only if you've been out of service and you haven't been on there. That's another thing that's changed. Last time I was on there, like a year ago or whatever it was, you could tell when they'd last been online, like on the app.
Yeah.
And
And
so I'd
they've
be
taken
like,
it away now.
so it's probably quite a good thing because, yeah, I used to be like, you've been on, you haven't replied to my
Well,
message.
see, I don't think it easy. I don't think that it does make it better. I think it makes it worse
For some people.
Well, in the sense of, I mean, you might be chatting with someone, like, hey, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
all of a sudden,
they can very easily now lie to you and say, oh, actually,
Yeah.
like, I lost my phone, or I've been out of service, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like realistically, how often are people out of service these days? Like, realistically.
Mm.
So you can tell when people are on. And most Tinder users are pretty heavy Tinder users. So, I mean, you're going to get to the point where it's like, well, you are on Tinder once every 3 hours and you haven't messaged me back in 2 days, but
Yeah.
you still want to go out. It's like, well, and I mean, obviously with Tinder, you're obviously talking to more than one person at a time. But are you dating more than one person at a time? Are you fucking more than one person at a time? You know, whatever. I mean, that's when all of these sort of red flags start popping up. And it's like, well, hang about. It makes it very, very easy to be very dishonest
yeah.
around dating, you know. And I mean, I've seen people
God, I
on
think
Tinder.
people are anyway, to be honest.
Well, and that's the problem. I mean, those kind of tools like Tinder shape how we interact with people. Facebook shapes how we interact with people.
Oh, God.
You know, all of those things, and there's nothing you can do about
And
it.
saying that, though, that can also be a positive because, you know, a lot of people are a little bit kind of timid and a bit, especially with the opposite sex, you know, you wouldn't just go up to someone on the street and go, hey, how's it going? I really find you attractive, start talking and blah, 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 and ask them out on a date. Well, a lot of people don't. For example, I've probably been asked out, like, to my face, maybe once or twice in my life.
Do you want to get naked and touch each other?
So I think a lot of people don't
She didn't
have...
say no.
I think a lot of people, yeah, they wouldn't have the balls to come up and do that in real life. So this obviously does give a platform for people to have a bit more kind of confidence.
The difference is, though, is that if you have an existing fear of rejection, it's going to be amplified in terms of the amount, but maybe the severity is going to be less because it's just digital. But I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, New Zealand's a small place. You know, you see someone on Tinder that you actually know or actually like. You know, I mean, I matched a girl on Tinder a couple of weeks ago that I was seeing about a month before that, and I was like, it was awkward as fuck anyway. But the point being is that it puts you in a very, very interesting position of, well, what does this person really think? Why did we match? Like, were they just seeing if I was going to do it? Was I just seeing if they were going to do it?
True.
You know, am I just trying to... there is so much uncertainty. And the problem is that uncertainty is amplified by the fact that it's very easy to be dishonest online.
Yep.
Valentine's Day is coming up. If any of you ladies watching this actually want to date me because you think I'm cool.
Is this going to be like are we going to set up some blind dates? How about I find a girl for you and you find a guy for me?
No, because the last friend of yours that you tried to set, the last two friends of yours have not been ideal at all.
I can't remember who that was. Don't say any names. Oh dear.
I don't think no. She's a lovely girl, but not for me. Thanks, Evana.
Well, if you're between the ages of 28 and 45, do feel free to send through your profile.
To you.
To you, and you can...
45? I'm 32.
Yeah?
No, I'm sort of like anywhere between like maybe 25 and like 31. I like a girl that's younger than me.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Most guys like a girl younger or around the same age.
Yeah.
As a woman, I prefer someone older because they're more mature.
Yeah, but you're already old as fuck anyway, so...
And I'm old.
That's what I just said.
As fuck.
As fuck. But anyway, I mean, I think that given this topic, we could be very much up for another vlog another time about it. I don't want to do a dating show, fuck that. Maybe because I'm not too confident in my own abilities.
It'd be hilarious.
I think it would be funny. I mean,
We'll take a camera, blind date.
well, I mean, if you remember some of the webisodes, I mean, there was some dates in those webisodes, and they obviously didn't go well because I'm still fucking single.
Well, I've been single for over a year now.
I've been single for 2 years. I mean, I've dated people, but I haven't been in a relationship for 2 years.
I haven't dated people.
Oh, I've dated people.
I'm just avoiding altogether. I'm just chatting on the old Tinderoony.
You considered trying to get a battery sponsor?
Oh my god.
And on that note, I think that's the end of this vlog. Thanks for watching. I don't know if this has been insightful or anything. I wasn't really listening to what I was saying.
To encourage you to sign up to Tinder or avoid it.
Yeah, like, I always say, like, oh, fuck Tinder, I'm going to delete that shit. But I still have it. Like, on and off, but yeah. Anyway, I strongly discourage Tinder. I think that to be a well-rounded and shaped human being, that you need to go out into the world and experience it, and experience people, and yeah.
Put yourself out there. Put the vulnerability aside and do it.